Good evening, guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, baby. I know you're on here. Right now, one person, and that's my lovely wife. Give it a couple minutes here. Let guys join in. We're going to do this contest. I've got this picker wheel app that I'm going to use. Still going to run it no matter who's on here, who's not. Whoever wins can, contact me. Matter of fact, I need to change the banner down at the bottom with my number instead. All right, guys, that's my phone number. So there's several ways you can contact me. You can, obviously the best thing for you to do is just contact me, give me a phone call, and we'll get an address. I can ship. If you win, I can ship out the hat to you. Um, but we'll give it a couple minutes here. Believe it or not, 11 people popped in just like that. Okay. Nicole says she wants a shirt. So let's go through some of these messages. Nicole, I'm not going to put our messages up. We'll start with the guys here. Trucker Q, hey Rabbit, what's going on, buddy? And we got Justin Berger. Hey Justin, how's things going? I'll try and peek at Grinding Gears video. I know you kept sending me some message yesterday, but fortunately I was driving. I don't really respond to messages when I'm driving, but Nick Barker, hey Nick, I know your time is coming real soon too. How's your process going? I know you're real close to coming aboard. Oh, and by the way, guys, it's just me tonight. Nobody else is on the live. Got a lot of good things in the works. Guys, I got a real big thing working out right now that is going to be at the truck show. We'll go more over it once I get everything finalized. But man, I got great news to tell you. Once I get everything finalized with this truck show thing, man, it's gonna be pretty awesome. And anybody who wants to go to the truck show and meet up, and I don't want to call it party, but we can at least walk around the truck show and look at some stuff, and then maybe get something to eat, kind of get to meet everybody. But we can work all that out. Mad Truck Yo, what's up? You're one of the contestants. I'm gonna be doing the wheel here, and give it about 5 or 10 minutes. Let everybody pop in, and I tried to do it the fairest way that I could think of possible, and I think doing it by the live and doing this wheel is going to be the best way. I really wanted to do this Friday, and then things came up. And then I wanted to do it Saturday. Things came up, and then last night, unfortunately, my Buccaneers played the late game last night, and I definitely didn't want to do it while I was watching the game. So tonight it is. Man, I drove like 1,800 miles in, is that right? Yeah, 1,800 miles in like 3 days. Is that possible? Yeah, that's possible. I did it. I don't know how it's possible, but I sure did it. Guys, that's a lot of miles for me. Usually 25 to 27 is where I'm at for the end of the week, and usually 500, 550 is about all I drive in a day. Yeah, the Bucks have went to crap. They've got a lot of injuries. The only injury that they had that came back in the game was Godwin. He looked okay last night, but he wasn't 100%. Baker got hurt, so he's going to be out. They don't even know if he's going to play this coming Sunday. So I don't know. I mean, we're really we get all of our players back. Like they say that Evans is coming back in 2 weeks. If we get all of our players back, I mean, we might be a team still in the running to make a playoff team. But I don't know. I think the team's playing awesome under the circumstances. We just got a lot of new guys that are aboard. A lot of rookies. Nick says, going okay. Went to do the drug screen yesterday, and the provider on duty was not certified. Woke up sick this morning, and now they want me to wait till next week. Wow. Okay. That sucks. Okay. All right. I'll have to update that. And that's the best they can do is send you till next week. That just makes things even longer for you coming over here. Honestly though, you're coming into holiday weekend, so it kind of sucks where you're at. I wish you would have already been here. Hey Cash, glad you're here. You're on the contest too. Going to be doing this spinning wheel here in just a minute. Let's see if you win, Cash. I got two guys on here right now. Got Mad Truck and Cash that are up for the contest. We'll see who wins here in a minute. Nick Barker says, yes, it does suck. And I know Grinding Gears will get a new job. Yeah, I'm curious to see where he goes to. All right, guys. I hope that this works. And like I said, this was the best, fairest way that I think of that I could do as possible. I'm going to bring it onto the stage, and we're gonna do this spinning wheel. Share screen. Select window. StreamYards. Allow. Nicole, if this doesn't work, will you please let me know? I think she's up. I'm going to do the best I can with this, guy, so bear with me. So, as you can see, I've got all the people's names on here. There was a total, I don't know, 13. It's like 13 people. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13 people that did what they said they were going to do on the description. So, hang on a second here, guys. Good deal. It's working. Wife says it's working. So, all right. So we got 2 hats. First spin is going to be for the first hat. And just to let you guys know, I don't know. I meant to ask her, but the first 2 hats that we got came screwed up. We've got to send them back, but I got your back. I will send you the hats, whoever wins these, but we got to get the hats right. Can you tell me, Nicole, or did we get the hats corrected, or we still got to do it? All right. Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel and see what happens. All right. First winner is Mad Truck. Mad Truck in. All right, here we go for the second hat. Let's see who we got here. All right. 3 Rigs gets the second hat. There we go, guys. I hope that all went through. I think that was the easiest and the best way to do that. Let's remove this back down. All right, so 3 Rigs and Mad Truck gets a hat. Hey, 3 Rigs, you just won, by the way. So we got Mad Truck and we got 3 Rigs. You guys both got hats. If you will, give me a ring tomorrow. My phone number is down there. I'll get you guys' addresses and I'll get the hats mailed out to you as soon as we get them together. All right, so let's see here what we got. Anthony Hernandez, hey, bro, what's up? You're in New York City. You can have New York City all you want to, buddy. Glad you're on here, though. We have the hats, just won't be yellow. Okay, so we do have the hats. I'll get them mailed out. And she's just saying Mad Truck won the first one. Good deal, Mad Truck. Let's go. 3 Rigs. Evening Rabbit. By the way, you just won a hat. And I see you said thank you. I appreciate it. 3 Rigs. And just talked to him a few minutes ago. G80 Sean. What's up, buddy? So, I'm not going to talk about your situation, but I'm glad that you're coming aboard, buddy. We'll talk more here in the near future. I promise you. Rig Pig, I have to send him a sticker. So you got to send Rig Pig a sticker. Okay. Mad Truck and 3 Rigs, 2 winners. All right, guys. What would you guys like to talk about tonight since we got the contest done? Any news on anything? How's everybody been running for the week? Man, it got hot here really quick, and it's cold outside. It's cold and rainy where I'm at. I'm in Olive Branch, Mississippi, waiting to pick up a load first thing in the morning. This load gets me close to home, not all the way, but almost. Gets me to South Georgia. Diesel prices are way up. You got to really look around and shop. I paid $3.09 this morning or yesterday morning for fuel. That was in Arkansas. That was at a quick QT. That's the cheapest that I've seen in a long time, $3.09. Most of it's, the QTs are anywhere between, $3.29 and $3.49, depending on where you're at. A lot of the other stations are pushing $4. So that's the That's the difference, guys, when you shop at the cheaper places. How about them Cowgirls? Yeah, those Cowgirls beat the Eagles. That was interesting. Very interesting. Justin Berger, no number. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but my phone number is down at the bottom if that's what you want, Justin. Chasing Ninja. I'm sorry, buddy, you didn't win, but Three Rigs and who's the other winner? Mad Truck Yo. Those are the two winners of the hats. We just did the spinning wheel. It was the best way and probably the most fairest way that I could think of that would be honest to give away the hats. Um, it's pretty easy, guys. You just Google the picker wheel and it pops right up. That's what I used. It was really really easy. Anybody have any good wins this week? Any good loads that you had? Any complicated stuff that you had? What's going on in your all's life? I'm sure everybody's going home for Thanksgiving. If you're not, you should be, because freight market just shuts down through the holiday, especially Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you're not going home for Thanksgiving, by all means, go home for Christmas because everything shuts down. I don't care what company you work for; it's just not worth it. Hey, Craig, what's going on, brother? Thanks for talking to Raheem about the Volvo. He was wanting to ask a lot of questions. I just didn't know the answer to. So Justin Berger says, coat loose. Justin, you have me boggled here. I don't know what you're talking about. Coat loose. You'll have to text me tomorrow, Justin. Hey, Chaos and Craig. Yeah, I didn't think we would have a very big show tonight, but I knew the regulars would be on here, and I figured a few of the contest people would at least be on here. I mean, I put the post in. Oh, the Colts lost. That's it. Colts lose. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. That just makes the Broncos in a higher spot. I know you're a big Broncos fan. That just helps your team out. Three rigs. I dropped 30 minutes from the house at 7 a.m. Will not fire this truck up until Monday. Happy holidays, everyone. Yeah, three rigs. That's kind of what my decision was too. I was going to go back out on Saturday, but yeah, I'm not going back out till Monday. It just doesn't make sense. And then 3 weeks later, we got Christmas. Howdy, Miss Nicole. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Glad you're here, Chaos. Craig says no problem. Hey, Nicole. One of these days, I need to get Nicole on the live too, if she'll do it. I know a lot of you guys, like chatting with her on the chats and stuff. By the way, guys, this business, and we all have our significant others. Just a big shout out to my wife. You guys don't realize how much she means to me. She is my support, my backbone of everything that I've got going on. And like I said, I know a lot of you guys have your significant others too. You need to give a shout out to your people too, because we couldn't do this job without them. And I don't care what company you work for, what you do for a living, anything. It always has to do with your significant other. How does the truck selection process work? It's pretty easy. You tell her what you want, and if it's available, she gets it for you. If it's not available, you might have to wait a couple days. It's pretty easy because the truck selection, our trucks. The inventory changes literally not only daily but even hourly sometimes. So if she doesn't have what you want, then just hold off a day or so, and then she'll have what you need. And honestly, throughout the whole process, it takes about 7 to 10 days to get hired. You tell her what you want at the beginning, and she kind of keeps an eye on it for you. And by the time you're ready to come aboard, then you're good to go. Hey, Roger, we just did the drawing. Rig Pig and Mad Truck Yo are the two people that won. I'm just texting Three Rigs back. He wants to know what time to give me a call so we can get his address together. Good to have you here, Roger. And Chaos Ninja, howdy, Miss Nicole. We appreciate it. Terry B, yes, you have to have a wife that doesn't need you there all the time. Some ladies love it. My wife is awesome as well. You know what? That's 100% correct. We both came from law enforcement background, so we knew, when the shit hit the fan that, one of us or both of us were going to be tied up, and we just kind of, we always lived that life. And now that I'm a trucker, I mean, it's kind of somewhat the same thing. So you're excited for grinding gears. I'm excited for everybody that does a new thing or buys a new truck. Or I'm always curious. Even the haters and the people that want to mock me and everything. I still keep an eye on a lot of people, and I'm happy for everybody, man. I really am. I want everybody to do well. I don't want any negative stuff towards anybody. I might have enemies that don't like me, but I don't do that anymore, guys. I don't want the drama. But yeah, I'm excited for everybody that does what they do. Have any more info on Walmart dedicated? I'm out of Dallas, Texas. I don't know anything about Walmart dedicated. I know that there's a couple big ones. I know Corinne, Utah has one, and there's a place in Alabama too. I can't think of the name of the city. I tell you what, Craig is on here. He probably knows more about the dedicated stuff like that, because I know he's run just about everything. But you can always get that information from one of the recruiters. Call Michelle. Now, I will tell you, Michelle's on vacation this week. It's going to be probably Monday before she gets back with you. But my phone number's down there. If you want to give me a ring, I'll try to get all the information for you too. If you want to call me, you just don't want to talk to anybody. All right, who we got here? So Mad Truck, yo. All right. So Chaos Ninja says you're married, but you're separated. I'm sorry that's going on, dude. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you, but I mean, I kind of hope you, I guess, work things out if that's what you want. It's not always going to work for everybody. Behind every strong man, there's a stronger woman. That is correct. And Chaos Ninja, I think I've talked to you before, and I can't remember who you are. You might want to remind me who you are. Josh says, been doing this for 17 years. Me and the wife have been together for 11 of the 17. You have to have a good backbone to support you. Absolutely. So me and my wife have been together 20 years this December, and we've been married since 2008, and that makes 17 years married. And we got married in June. So we're at 17 years and 20 years together this December. So Craig says there's one in Temple, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. That dude Rick, there you go. Temple, Texas. I don't know how far that is for you. Salute to all the wives. We appreciate you more than you know it. Absolutely, 3 Rigs. There's a reason I waited till 46 to get my CDL. Yeah. Yep, I agree. That's wonderful, Terry. Make drivers have to have a tough wife and take care of household emergencies and such. I watch a lot of DIY videos. Yeah, you become a regular Bob Vila, and I don't even know if you even know who Bob Vila is, but some of the older guys like me, he was the guy on This Old House. That was one of the do-it-yourself guys from the very beginning before, they brought out the channel and stuff. He was on PBS. But Bob Vila was the man. So the wife says, that's awesome, Josh, and 3 Rigs. There's a reason I waited to 45 to get my CDL. Was it 46 or 45? It's not easy, especially with the little one at the home. Absolutely, Josh. My little one is 13. So we wanted more, but we weren't fortunate enough to have any more. I have my son that's older from a previous marriage. He's actually doing very well for himself. Yes, baby, I know. Good Lord. Okay, so I didn't. I just there's some, there is a 5 year difference between the two of us, and sometimes there's a disconnect with certain things, but not all the time. There's a Walmart dedicated in Irvington, Alabama. Okay, Irvington, and then Opelika, Alabama was the other one I was trying to think of. Bob and Norm. That's right. I forgot about Norm. Norm was the guy that actually did the work. Bob was just the guy that talked on the TV. Norm was the worker. God, I remember watching those guys. Man, when I was young. Josh says mine is 6. Okay, that's a good age. You got a lot of good years to put good things into their head. That's awesome. One thing I noticed about this Kenworth, this bunk is a lot lower than where the Freightliner and International is. It's literally, God, it's got to be at least 5 or 6 inches lower, which it really doesn't matter because honestly, I'm not even using the top bunk other than storage. If I didn't have stuff up here, it would just be folded up anyways. But I've actually kind of gotten used to having it down. To be honest with you, I don't mind it down. Yeah, that's right. Bob was pretty much the host, and Norm was the grunt basically. So everybody heading home. Got to load home. I mean, we still got a good 48 hours or so to get home by Wednesday, give or take, or Thursday even. But I think I'm going to try. I think it's like 540 miles, the load that I'm picking up in the morning. I'm going to try and deliver that tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and head home from there. So it's going to be late tomorrow night, early in the morning Wednesday when I get home. I'm going to try and knock that out. I'm going to try and pick that load up at 7 a.m. in the morning. We'll see how that goes. It's to 11 a.m. drop and hook. I wouldn't mind getting on Walmart dedicated if I do come over to Swift as a lease purchase. Josh, okay. Josh, are you already in the process, or is I don't, Josh? I don't think we've talked. No, I came back to work today. We did our Thanksgiving. Okay, I got you. Last I heard, Walmart is. Yeah, I don't think Walmart is that. But again, there's other stuff. There's other stuff that you get paid on too, like your drops and their fuel. If you fuel at the Walmart, it's a lot cheaper too. Yeah, Mad Truck, I got you. I got you. You can call me tonight after the show, or you can call me tomorrow whenever, and we'll actually just text me your address. It'd probably be best if you don't really want to talk. I'll just take your text. Wife says, please be extra careful on the road, drivers. Busy time. Never drive faster than your guardian angel can fly. We all need you all. That is true. It's actually shitty weather where I'm at right now. It's nice and rainy and like 48 to 52 degrees. Nowhere near freezing, but still, it's just nasty weather. Yeah, Mad Truck and Rig Pig, however you guys want it. I mean, if you want, I know Rig Pig, you said you're going to call tomorrow, but Mad Truck, if you want to call tonight, that's fine. I'll write your address down. We'll get you out. Not yet. I have a buddy that talked to you already. Okay, Josh. Who's your buddy that talked to me? And Josh, when you're ready to rock and roll, man, let me know. Right, Swami. I know who that is. I just can't think of what's your Freight Swami. What is your Matt Easley or Matt Easley? Matt Early? I can't remember. It's good to have you in, buddy. What's up, everyone? What's normally a good time to call? I mean, honestly, I'll be driving all day tomorrow. You can call me anytime after about 8 in the morning. I'll be up. Mark Ely. That's right. I apologize, Mark. I knew it was somebody I've seen before. Glad to have you on here, Mark. Josh, where are you at? I am in Olive Branch, Mississippi right now. Oh yeah, Chris Colvin. Okay, absolutely. Yeah, he's already working through the process. Yeah, he should be coming. I don't think he'll make it this week. It'll probably be next week for Chris. I mean, literally, guys, I was just looking at my list. I got like five guys coming next week, just like the hamburger shop. Five guys. I got like five guys coming um, next week. So I gotta keep in contact with you guys. And sometimes it happens to where only three, and then the two come the next week. But I got like two coming next week, two coming the week after, and then like two more the week after. I mean, they're coming and rolling in. Fun times, absolutely, absolutely. I got to change the background a little bit. I mean, I like the American flag and all, but I need to update some stuff here. Yes, he is. Yep, I know he is. I gotta I gotta come up with a new intro. Anybody out there want to do an intro for me? I would love to get a new intro together. If anybody's really good at the computer shit, I'm just not that good at it. Three rigs. Do you have internet just for the truck that you recommend? Everybody's got their own recommendations. I've had this T-Mobile, the home internet, not a hotspot, but the home internet, and I've used it on the truck. I've had this for God 4 years now. I'm trying to think when I actually got it. I think I was working at FedEx Ground when I got it, if I'm not mistaken. I've actually had it almost 5 years. No problems, no issues. Now there are some times where it might be a little laggy, depending on where you're at. But 99 times out of 100, um, you know, I can watch TV with no problem. Netflix, Hulu, any of the apps, no problem. Um, I got live TV, so I can watch live football in an app that I have. No problems with my internet. The only time I really ever have problems is sometimes when I live stream because it takes up so much juice to make it work. So Johnny Finley says, "How is the freight capacity over there? Thinking about coming over." Johnny, my phone number is down at the bottom. Uh, I don't know of any freight issues at the moment. I know Craig was on here earlier. He can kind of tell you the same thing. There's a couple guys on here that work over here too, but I don't know of any freight issues at all at the moment. But all I ask you, man, call me before you call anybody at Swift. If you're thinking about coming over, let me talk to you. I want to give you the good and the bad and the ugly. I actually had two people last week that I actually talked them out of coming over because their expectations were too big. They wanted to, make $4,000 plus a week, and it's just not going to happen here. Um, but I'd love to go over stuff with you, Johnny, and I'll give you the good and the bad and the ugly about the company. If you really want to come, I'll be more than happy to help you out and put you with the right recruiter. I think next year is going to be big for trucking, hot market. My gut thinks so. Trucking is going to blow through the roof next year. I think so too. I think things will turn around and it's gonna skyrocket. Stuart Brown, do you think they will have any red Kenworths at the beginning of the year? They always have red Kenworths. I don't know. I don't know. How that works or anything. Um, that's a good question. They've always got red Kenworths, but if you're that particular, we need to get you on board here soon. I used to work for FedEx. Yeah, I worked for FedEx Ground. I did that for about a year and a half. Made a lot of money doing that. Me and another teammate, we would basically roll cross country and stuff, and we did very well. Sorry, guys. All right, so Craig has an answer. Freight capacity fluctuates as normal in most markets, but there's definitely consistency. Yeah, I agree with you there. We definitely have the consistency of the freight right now. Definitely. Johnny Finley says, I'll give you a call after the live if that's all. Absolutely, buddy. As soon as we get off the live, give me a ring. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I'll give you the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. Josh says, freight needs to turn around next year. I think if you get to a good lane, you can make some good money. Um, Josh, that really, I mean, as long as the freight is consistent, that's all that matters over here because we have the consistent freight. The money part of it just kind of works itself out. As long as you can stay moving over here, your money's always going to be good. There's no fluctuating up and down with the rates unless you do the 70% board. Now, a lot of guys, I don't really have a good answer for you guys on that 70%. I'm going to try and do a show next week with a guy. Hopefully we can figure that out. He's only been here 2 weeks, or will have been here 2 weeks, and we'll get to the bottom of it and see if it makes sense. And the wife agrees. And Josh says, I agree with Craig. I got to tell you guys, doing what I do, my consistency's really good. I every week that I've been here, other than the week that I went home, the 1 week that I went home, and I'm going to go home again, but I have consistently, 2,600 miles. I'm going to end up with about 27 this week. I mean, every week, I mean, it's just like clockwork, 26, 27, 28, 29, somewhere in that area. I still haven't bust 3,000 yet, but I think I'm going to eventually. Obviously, I'm going to eventually. Josh says you'll call me tomorrow. Yeah, no problem. Call me whenever, bud. You can call me whenever. I'll be more than happy to go over the stuff with you. Truck's doing fine. My goal when I get home this weekend, if I get a chance, no guarantees because when I'm at home, I'm at home. But if I get a chance, I'm going to try and do a walk around on the truck. I'm going to get it. Obviously it's a work truck. I got to sweep it out and get it cleaned up. But for the most part, it's pretty clean in here. I just want to get everything set up. I still don't have everything completely set up. Once I get everything completely set up, I'm going to do a little small walk around on the truck. I know you guys want to see it inside and out. So Jose, new guy, I've never seen you before. Thanks for coming in. Hello, all Swift drivers and mentors. Thank you for coming in, Jose. I'm sorry, Joseph. Excuse me. Where did I get Jose at? Joseph. Good to have you in, Joseph. I apologize. Sometimes, these lights don't do me any good justice. Wednesday. I'm assuming grinding gears, you're going to find out about him Wednesday. I just think where live at can have more of a work-home balance. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a big thing where you live at for your work-home balance. Absolutely. What are you trying to accomplish? You want to be home every weekend or every other weekend, or what are you looking to do? I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I was home every weekend. But, that's one of the sacrifices you do when you live in Florida. You already know that. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this shared screen thing went with the live. I'm going to watch the replay later tonight. I'm curious to see how it went. Anybody got any comments or anything? The show's all about you guys tonight. I've got nothing in here I'm selling, nothing that I'm doing. No health insurance guys on here. No truck sales guy. Michelle's not on here. It's just us. And I guess we'll make a boring show out of it. What's funny is because I usually hover somewhere around 20 to 40 people watching live, and then the replays, that's when they really hit. I'll get 500 to 1,000 replays. Well, maybe not that much. Maybe 500 on the lives. The recorded videos, I'll get 1,000 views. So Josh says, I know there is a Swift yard out here. Not every weekend. God, no, I would kill. Yeah, if you could, remind me again. I think you're in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, Josh. But remind me where you're at, because if you're in Texas, that's a Lancaster yard. There's one in Lancaster, one in Laredo. Actually, there's one in Houston too. Do you see the truck stops busier during the holiday week? No, actually, the only thing you see busy at a holiday week is nothing. Most of the guys go home because it doesn't really pay to stay out. Are you all prepared for winter? They are saying this winter will be 2014, and winter was brutal. Yeah, I don't really remember those years, but yeah, I'm as prepared as I'm going to be. If it's going to be sending me out into the nasty weather, I won't do it. But does Swift run out of the Tifton, Georgia Target? No, not that I'm aware of, Stewart. The closest Target would be Lake City, Florida. But they do have the Kohl's account in Macon. So Joseph says El Paso yard. So that you're out of the El Paso yard. Okay. There's Jonah Green. Good evening, Jonah. How's it going? Okay, Josh, Colorado. Okay. Yeah, there's a yard, a terminal there, and just on the north side of Denver. Can't remember the name of the city. Craig says, Jonah, what's up? Glad to have you back, Jonah. We're gonna get you over here soon. You ain't got but a couple weeks. So Trey says, I'm delivering to the Tipton Target in the morning. Yeah, I'm not going to be too far from you. I'm going to be delivering to the Home Depot there in Lake Park, Florida, down at the border. That's my load going home. And guys, I'm ready to go home now. Woo, am I ready? What's up, Jonah? Wife wants to know. This used to be one of my regular routes that I would come through is Olive Branch. When I was at JB Hunt, we'd pick up the Frito-Lay chips up in Jonesboro, Arkansas, or Memphis, Tennessee, and they would run down to Orlando. And man, this route, I used to run this quite a bit. Actually, a lot, at least once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. Home with a migraine headache. Well, what in the hell were you doing with a migraine? Are you on your? Is it that time of the month for you, buddy? It's outskirts of Denver. Yeah, I don't remember what city it is. Is it? It might be Boulder. I can't remember. It's up on the north side of Denver. Give me a minute here. I can probably tell you. I honestly don't remember. Where are you at, Denver? Yeah, I got the worst internet. It's not. I don't think it's Boulder. I don't remember. Jonah's laughing. Wife says, "Put an ice cap over your head, Jonah, and get one on Amazon. Worst wonders." There you go, Loveland. That's it, Loveland, Colorado. I think you're right. Are you making shirts for sale? Not yet. That's going to be the next project. We're gonna have to get that with the wife. There's Gigolo Joe. It's almost time for your return arrival too. Glad to have you back, Joe. Golden Call. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's Loveland, if I'm not mistaken. Craig, do you know what the Denver Terminal, what city it's out of? I know it's on the north side of Denver. So there you go. Stewart Brown says she hadn't had any made yet, but we're looking into it. When you do, I want to buy a shirt. We can definitely. What type of shirt? T-shirt or polo shirt? What do you want? I have one polo, but it's the only one that we've ever had made up. We want to start that stuff, but we just haven't done it yet. Joseph says, so I've been with Swift 3 years now. I run OTR, and I'm one of the mentors. I'll be going into a lease purchase real soon. Joseph, you're going to make all kinds of money doing that. I did it with the Target account, and I absolutely murdered it. And you're going to do just fine too. I just didn't want to train anymore. So you want a T-shirt. So write that down, Nicole, and we'll look at it. And Stuart, give me a text, and that way I got your number. And I'll send you some screenshots of what we have, what we can make. It's the terminal. It's going to be towards Golden. Yeah. Grinding Gears did go Tennessee. Okay. Loveland is the Walmart DC, not Swift. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. So the wife says polos are too expensive for mass selling. I'll get some T-shirts with various sizes. Okay. Yeah, I remember you saying that the. Hang on a second, guys. I know the polos were pretty expensive, and honestly, Nicole, that polo that we had made up, I mean, it's okay. It's just the material is kind of scratchy. I want to probably get another one made up when that time comes. Anyways, but I mean, they look good, but they're just the material. It's cheap material for some reason. We need to get some cotton or something is what we need to get. So Terry B says, why do the plastic piece around the gas cap on these newer Kenworths break away? Plastic. Terry, what year Kenworth do you have? Because I had and I think it's just certain ones for some reason, because I had a 23, and hang on a second here. Who we got? All right, Stuart, I got you, buddy. I had a 23. Mine didn't have those issues, but from what I've been told, the 22s and the 23s had that issue with, the lower skirts and all that stuff, and also the digital dash. But 24, supposedly, they corrected all those things and those issues, and supposedly they're better. The 24 that I have don't have those issues. So I don't know for sure on that. The fuel prices just came out. Any of you Swifties that are out here? Wife says that wasn't cheap. It was a cool fit Nike shirt. I don't think it was a Nike shirt. I don't see Nike on it anywhere. I could be wrong, but yeah, it wasn't too comfortable. Oh man. But Terry, yeah, I don't know why. I think Kenworths, and a lot of the truck manufacturers, a lot of them changed their. I know Peterbilt did. Volvo was in the process of with the style that they just came out with. The Mack also, they're the same truck, but all these trucks and even Freightliners, they changed. The 26 Freightliners are just a little bit different, but all these manufacturers did all these changes between like 22 and 23, 24, somewhere in that area, and they were lucky to even get trucks built because of the problems with COVID and the employees not wanting to work. And I know Volvo had a strike on their line because the 22 Volvo that I had, the very first one, it sat on the assembly line for like 8 months because of plant shut down for COVID, and this was in 21 because the truck was a 22, and then they went on strike in 21 for like 4 or 5 months. And it actually sat on the assembly line because I had the production date on the door tag, and then I had a piece of paper when it actually came off the assembly line. And I mean, it was literally like February to like July or something when it finally came off the, the line. So there was a lot of issues and problems with the trucks through those years, and hopefully those years are over with. But to answer your question, I think 24 and later Kenworths don't have that issue. I got you, Josh. I'll call you in a little bit, bud. I will call you in a little bit. Grinding Gears will be getting a hat. He wants to buy it. Oh, he wants to get. He's going to have his hats. Okay. If he gets hats put out, I'll buy one of them. Yeah, Shimon, he's a good dude. I hope I'm saying his name right. Grinding Gears. Justin, did I say his name right? Shimon. I enjoyed having him on the show. We actually had a lot in common, which was really really surprised me with the work that he does compared to what I do. But like I always say, we all do the same thing. It's just different avenues of how we do it. Well, nobody else has anything to say. I guess we'll crap on out of here. Okay, so yes, I'll buy one of his hats when he brings them out. If anybody's got any last minute comments, put them up. If not, we'll shut her down and I'll start making these phone calls. I'll call you, Josh. There's other people that I needed to call too. Whoever I told to call if you want to, and call tomorrow, whatever. G80 Sean, I know you want to call. Yeah, he's a smart driver. Absolutely, he's a smart driver. We all do the same thing. It's just different avenues, different companies, and different ways of going about stuff. All right, guys. If nobody has anything else left to say, we will go ahead and shut her down, I guess. And Josh, if you're still on here, give me about 10 minutes to pack everything up and get some fresh ice, and I will call you. Yeah, text me Wednesday. That'd be great. I'll be on my way home, if not at home. Jay Leatherman, good evening, Brother Rabbit. Hope all's well. Everything is great, Jay Leatherman. I appreciate it. I'm glad to have you on here. Wife wants to wish all new and old subscribers a great Thanksgiving. Be safe. Thank you for being you and supporting the channel. Absolutely. Thanks for supporting the channel. And if you haven't already, let's do the cleanup here. Let's like, comment, subscribe, which most of you guys have been commenting, but let's like and subscribe too. If you're not subscribed, please do, and that way you'll get notifications when new stuff comes out, especially ringing the bell. Make sure you ring that bell. I know most of you do, most of the regulars. Nick Barker says, if I can't get a new Kenworth, but I can get a new Cascadia, do I have to pay that off before I can order my new Kenworth? Buddy, my thing is what I tell everybody, the inventory changes literally hourly. If you want a Kenworth, wait and get you you're talking about if you can't get it. Yeah, you what you have to do, I understand what you're saying. You got to just do a 6-month lease. If you have to get a Cascadia or whatever, just do a 6-month lease, and then you can order a new truck. But Michelle knows the trick. You need to talk to her about that. She'll get you all set up on that. But I got a feeling you won't have no problems getting a new Kenworth. There's plenty of those in right now, from what I understand. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it, Jay Leatherman. You have a great Thanksgiving. And, this goes for all you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. It's been a great year. Channel's grown probably, at least 200 to 300% this year, which is crazy. And I'm just one guy doing this, trying to put the best stuff out that I possibly can. The channels went through some growing pains, and some changes here and there were made, and some decisions were made that, that were, in my eyes, that were good, that I had to do. And ultimately, I think that it's worked out for the best. Craig says, "Happy Thanksgiving." Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. And Nick Barker says, "Okay, thank you." And G.A. Sean, "I've seen the green Cascadia at the Columbus Yard for a few weeks now. Maybe you might want to get that green Cascadia." So, Sean, if you want to call me later, give me about a half hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to talk to Josh first, and then you can call me once the show ends if you want. If not, you can call me tomorrow. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Nick, get what you want, buddy. Don't sign a lease on a truck you do not want. I tell guys that all the time. I don't care if you have to wait a day or two. Wait a day or two. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Nick. And Terry, "I don't have a Kenworth, but I noticed a lot of them breaking away and makes them look like crap." I agree with you 1,000%. I don't know why they would even do that. No, the wife won't be going to Matt's. We have a lot of dogs and cats at the house, and she will be home taking care of the dogs, the cats, the father-in-law, and also our daughter. It'll just be me. I think even greater things are coming for owner-operators at Swift 2026. Stay tuned. Into Fly Rabbit. Hey, thanks, Craig. I appreciate that. And I agree with you 1,000%. I think good things are on the way. I think we're going to make a lot of money this year. I see everything on the horizon for the better. You stepped up and got a brand new Volvo. I think you'll be able to pay that truck off in 2 years. I think I can pay my truck off in 1 year if we apply ourselves. I think things are really going to be good for all of us. And Josh says, "Happy Thanksgiving." Appreciate it, Josh. And I'll be talking to you here in a little bit. Terry B says, "Well, I'm out of here. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving." Thanks, Terry. Appreciate it. And Nick Barker, "Will do." Yeah, you guys that are supposed to call me, just give me a few minutes. Let me wrap this stuff up, get some ice, and Josh, you call me first, and then I guess I'll talk to G.A. Deshawn shortly after that. And anybody that needs to call me after, just call and I'll answer. Happy Thanksgiving, Justin. Appreciate you coming in. And a few more days, I will. Yep, you got literally probably 2 weeks, and you'll be coming back. I think you're one of the group of like 4 or 5 people that I have coming in that same week. God, I hate to end the show with 23 people in here, but no comments coming up. All right, guys, we will end it here. Everybody have a good night, and I'll be talking to you guys here later. See you guys later. Bye-bye.